Well, Jalen Brunson, a second-round pick out of Villanova, and his father carved out a 9-year journeyman career in the league as well.
Family business. Allie, thanks. And here's the starting group for the New York Knicks. At forward, it's Barrett and Randall. Evan Fournier is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Robinson in at the 5 down low. And for the 76ers, up front, it's Tucker at the 4 next to Embiid in the middle. James Harden out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's Harris in at the 3. Well, whenever you bring up the 76ers, you instantly think of Joel Embiid.
Oh, no question. He's the face of this franchise. Embiid is as good as anyone in the league. Off the floor, Joel is willing to take the blame when things don't go right. That's who you want as a leader.
Now here's Barrett. Here's Fournier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Robinson. The 3, Barrett. Joel Embiid pulls it down. Here's Philadelphia. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
Talent-wise, they've got the upper hand. I mean, they won every matchup between these teams last year.
And Randall the bucket on the assist by Barrett.
R.J. Barrett with excellent vision. And it's not just the vision, it's the ability to put it on time and on target. Nicely done.
Harden, the pass to Embiid. Outside for Harden. Harris outside. Pass to Embiid. Back to Harris. Jacks up a 3. No luck on that one. New York goes the other way with it. Randall, the pass to Brunson. Now Barrett. Outside Fournier. Back to Barrett. Launches it. Gets the 3 to fall.
Well, Barrett has got to become more consistent, but if he adds consistent three-point shooting, turn the lights out.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track. And just a crafty move to get free for the dunk.
Yeah, he's not just trying to score, he's trying to embarrass someone. Brunson passes to Barrett. Back to Brunson. Robinson on the wing. Outside Barrett. And after a long offseason, NBA basketball is back. Doris, 2 of the best words in hoops. Opening night.
I've been waiting for tonight for months, BA. The start of a long, incredible journey that is the NBA season. We know there will be twists and turns. Tonight won't make a season, but boy, it's good to be back.
The 3. And again, New York with the triple.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Pass to Harris. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Don't sleep on the size of Tobias Harris. He's not afraid to bang and bump down there.
One of the things you have to think about with the New York Knicks, there are quality pieces here. Julius Randle and R.J. Barrett are very capable wings. Mitchell Robinson is a big-time presence in the middle of the paint. The struggle, guys, has been for them putting all these pieces together.
The free throw drops for Harris. Yeah, Doris, having the pieces fit and being able to find consistent success has eluded the Knicks.
Right, and some of that has been a bit out of their control, but there does seem to be this constant tinkering as they search for something that really works for them. They've got to figure this out. Knicks fans are long suffering.
And Harris drops them both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Here's Grimes, covered by Thibault.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Back to Rose. The 3 is up. And it's Harris with the rebound. For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Pass to Harden. Melton outside. Soft touch off the glass.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking
quickly. Here's Rose. The rebound by Melton. Outside Thibault. Harden against Rose. Lets it go from 14. And he hits the jumper for 2. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Now, this is just where James Harden's decision-making, his ability to read the floor. You want to concede the mid-range? He's going to say no problem.
Now here's Quickly. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Pass to Grimes. From downtown. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Thibault on the wing. Back to Harden. This one for 3. Hits the three-pointer. Harden's got his second bucket on the night.
Well, James Harden, a sniper through and through. You give him even a little sliver of daylight, and that ball is gone.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Quickly passes to Toppin. Here's Grimes. Back to Toppin. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. Pass to Harden. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harden's got 7 points in the game.
Well, Harden has made a career of his ability to navigate into the painted area. Boy, this guy, if he gets inside, look out. Turn the lights out.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Sixers ahead, leading by 5. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter.
Philadelphia, please welcome to the court your Sixers.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Sixers, what do you guys think?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
The Sixers leading. So here are the 5 for New York as they start the second. At the 4 and the 5, it's Randall and Robinson. Fournier the 2, Barrett at the small forward, and it's Brunson in at the 1. Here's Maxey. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul.
That's on Evan Fournier.
First team foul.
No debate there. He got
The
hammered.
line for your Sixers.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the 76ers.
Taking 2
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Both free throws good from Maxey.
And the improvement of Tyrese Maxey's three-point shot from his first season to second year, just unprecedented. He improved by over 12% with a huge increase in attempts as well.
Pass to Fournier. And here's Brunson from the arc. And it's Niang with the rebound.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And for a player with the speed and quickness of Maxey, and leveling up that three-point shot changes everything for him.
Oh, so true, B.A. It becomes pick your poison with him. And it put him in a conversation last year for most improved player.
I'll tell you, you allow him to get to a spot, and it's over, right? Defense unable to even challenge the shot.
Maxey passes to Milton. And it's good for 2.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the three ball.
New York trailing. Brunson finds Barrett. Back to Brunson. Outside Barrett. Pass to Fournier. Out to the right wing. And here's Brunson from the arc. Drains the triple. Brunson's got his second basket of the night.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
Brunson against Milton. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Goes up again. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Jalen Brunson. That's his second.
Let's see some of the numbers here for P.J. Tucker. You know, for most players, being a starter has value. But Grant, some elite teams have been elevated by great players who have accepted a reserve role.
And it's really special, BA, when you have that. Players who are willing to sacrifice for the greater good of the team. Putting winning first at all costs. And you think about it, through the years, Manu Ginobili with the Spurs, Andre Iguodala in Golden State, it really can galvanize a team and lead to winning championships.
And so he makes both from the line.
I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
Brunson passes to Barrett. Back to Brunson. Outside Barrett. Back to Brunson. Just 4 to shoot. Over Milton. Doesn't go that time. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Next matchup, they'll be at home against the Wizards. And that'll be their second of 4 total games at home. Here's Maxey. Pass to Tucker. To the wing, right side. Here's Niang, guarded by Barrett. Elbow shot on the way. It's deflected.
R.J. Barrett has strength and length on the defensive end, and that makes that block an easy one.
And what a phenomenal replay of that impressive rejection.
Oh, now that was a block. Some much-needed energy there to jumpstart them back into this game.
And a new group getting ready for the Sixers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Tucker. Harris comes in for Niang. Melton, he's checked in for Maxey. And it's James Harden in for Milton. A big group substitution here for New York. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Robinson. Toppin comes in for Julius Randle. Derrick Rose, he's checked in for Fournier. And quickly subbed in for Brunson. Here's Barrett. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
Yeah, R.J. Barrett just refusing to give up on the possession, creates an opportunity off the window. Nicely done.
Yeah, ever since the Nets relocated to Brooklyn in 2012, the rivalry between the Nets and Knicks has intensified. Now, both teams trying to prove that New York belongs to them.
It's Barrett on the wing. No good with the triple. The 76ers have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Here's Harris, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
In so many ways, Harris can beat you. He has the size and skill to score from all 3 levels.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the Mobile 1 drive.
Yeah, he's clearly not satisfied with the lead they have. Took it to the rack, it would not be denied.
Back to Rose. Throws it up high, and down it goes on the lob.
The chemistry Toppin has with his teammates. Just get up over the rim and finish it with authority, Obi.
Harrell down low. He's against Toppin. Pulls it from 20. It's rebounded by New York.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Hartenstein. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
That's his first.
That's on Joel Embiid.
First team foul. At the line for the Knicks, Isaiah Hartenstein taking 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second. There's 18 seconds left in the first half. Outside Harden. in. And they get it back.
Well, the active hands of Derrick Rose, really good job making that offensive player uncomfortable.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Doc Rivers and Coach. You guys came out aggressive in the first half. What stood out to you?
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. We've reached halftime of our first regular season game.
I'm swimming.
I thought you thought maybe the first half was going swimmingly. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. Scoring-wise, they broke even in the second, so little ground was lost there. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
They've run this offense seamlessly. Each guy seems to understand his role. They're making smart decisions with the basketball, and I can give a shout out to the playmakers. This team's success is because of you, brother.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Nice game. What a performance by James Harden.
Yeah, even with the extra attention he's getting from the defenders, he's finding ways to excel.
Well, he knows they're coming for him, but he's accustomed to that kind of attention, and he's quite comfortable dealing with it.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far.
You know, in the past several seasons, there's been one constant with the 76ers. They're going to be among the best defensive teams in the league.
Up front, it's Tucker at the 4, next to Embiid in the middle. Tyrese Maxey is out there with James Harden. And it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. That's Doc Rivers' 5 as we get into the second half. Outside Brunson, back to Fournier, pass to Brunson. And here is Barrett from outside the arc. And Tucker pulls it down. The Sixers' identity really does center around their defense.
It's so true, BA, and they've done a great job playing to their strengths. That's the key for any contending team. Maximize your players' talents. Philly has done that as well as anybody.
And that's how you defend. Glad we had a chance to see a replay of that block again.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
So it's Philadelphia now. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, BA. Well, Joel Embiid drawing comparisons to some legendary big men. He said, quote, "I want to be mentioned as one of the greats. That's my goal. And obviously being a Hall of Famer. But you've got to take step by step, one day at a time. It's going to take a lot of work, and I'm willing to put it in. Guys?"
He's well on his way, Allie. Thanks. Brunson passes to Fournier. And here's Randall. Checked by Tucker. Randall can't hit.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
For 3, Maxey. It's good. Off the assist from Harden. And now a 10-point 76ers lead.
Well, it's Harden continuing to evolve as a playmaker. This guy, including his teammates, making them feel good.
Randall pass to Brunson from behind the arc. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. Maxey against Fournier. Robinson with the block.
Well, this is the special aspect of Mitchell Robinson. That rim protection, that ability to send it back. Look out.
Maxey.
New York foul. Evan Fournier. That's his second.
Over the last couple of seasons, Doris, the Knicks have played great defense.
Well, look no further, BA, than their head coach. Obviously, Tom Thibodeau built his reputation on the defensive end of the floor. It begins with attitude. It means playing on a string, being committed to each other. Everyone will play defense at all times, no possessions off.
The first free throw is good. Niang, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Knicks have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Pass to Barrett. Over to the left wing. Can they get it? Randall can't hit.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Maxey with it. Over Fournier. Fournier with some nice D.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Harden against Brunson. 6 to shoot. Barrett, he's open. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
Assist goes to
Barrett's got his third bucket of the night.
Boy, you've got to be shot ready in catch-and-shoot situations, and we know RJ's got a quick trigger.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Now, before he arrived in the NBA, Jalen Brunson had a ton of success in college. This guy was instrumental in Villanova's national title in 2018.
And the 76ers will have a different look here. Harrell's checked in for Embiid. Thibault comes in for Tucker. Melton, he's checked in for Maxey. And Milton subbed in for James Harden. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Hardenstein, he's checked in for Robinson. Toppin comes in for Randall. Rose is checked in for Fournier. And quickly subbed in for Brunson. Here's Melton. It's tipped. A minute 37 left in the third quarter here. Here's Hardenstein. Harrell defending. Up top, Toppin. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. For all he did at the college level, Brunson still dropped to the second round of the NBA draft doors.
He did, BA, but he showed he belonged right away. His numbers get a little bit better every season. At 6'1", he's a strong finisher close to the bucket. He can play the one guard. He can play the two guard. He can make open shots. He can get in the paint and score. Jalen Brunson is a big-time contributor to a high-quality basketball team.
And the 76ers making a change here. Harris is checked in. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Grimes comes in for Barrett.
At the line for Philadelphia, Montrezl Harrell. One shot.
The free throw is off from Harrell.
Boy, what you appreciate nightly about Montrezl Harrell is he leaves nothing on the floor. This guy plays with ferocity, with energy, and he's turned himself into a legitimate threat.
Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Here's Harris. That one is off. New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Grimes' shot is off. The 76ers have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his first personal
One of the most underrated scorers in the NBA. Tobias Harris is a tough assignment.
Philadelphia, Tobias Harris. 2 shots.
That free throw misses. Tucker's checked in for Philadelphia. He hits the second from the line. The Knicks have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Quickly finds Robinson. Pass to Toppin. 6 on the shot clock. And there's a whistle. That goes on DeAnthony Melton. That's his first foul.
With the shot clock about to expire, the last thing you want to do is foul. That's giving them a gift.
There's 6 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Grimes. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Sixers on top. They're up by 11. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. At forward, it's Barrett and Randall. Jalen Brunson is out there with Evan Fournier. And it's Robinson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Barrett. Kept alive. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first.
That one on Tucker.
Julius Randle is never going to back away from a defensive player. He knows he's got the strength to play through contact. Nice job drawing the foul.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. And for Julius Randle, back in 2014, a nightmare start to his career, Grant.
Oh, man, so sad. I mean, Julius breaking his leg just 14 minutes into his NBA debut. A serious injury that required him to miss his entire rookie season. But give Randle credit for coming back and carving out a great career.
Good on the second one.
Boy, when you think back to 2021 and the year Julius Randle had, guys, a first-time All-Star, winner of the Most Improved Player Award that year, but then follows it up with a disappointing 2022 season.
Pass to Fournier. Robinson on the wing. Embiid covers. Back to Fournier. Shot clock at 6. And that's a foul called on Evan Fournier. That's his third foul of the game.
He completely lost focus since the break, turning the ball over multiple times, and that's after no turnovers in the first half.
Harden against Brunson. With some arc. The shot comes out, and New York will come the other way. And talking about Randall, Doris, you could see the emotions boil over at times during that 2022 campaign.
BA, there were multiple fines and altercations, and that can happen when you don't meet expectations and frustrations mount. And in particular, when you're dealing with the New York media and that passionate fan base, things can escalate.
Outside Harden, right wing. Just 5 on the clock. Late clock, the Sixers need to pull one up here. Sinks it from distance. And the 76ers lead by 11.
And when it comes to the 3, they've been really dialed in here in the second half.
Outside Fournier. Outside Brunson. Fournier finds Robinson. Out to the right wing. Here's Brunson. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Outside Maxey. Outside Harden. Pass to Tucker. Now here's Harris. Guarded by Barrett. Shot from 12. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Here's Randall. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation.
Philadelphia
Well, with his strength, Julius
DJ
Randle could
Tucker.
absorb contact
That's his
easier than a
second
lot of
personal
players.
foul.
This guy is not going to be
Second team
intimidated.
Shooting for New York, Julius Randle at the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
It seems to me Julius Randle improves every season, and the more responsibility he's given, it seems the better he performs.
And Randall drops them both. And as the NBA becomes an increasingly global game, Grant, there's a component of international relations that has to come into it. What are your thoughts about this?
Well, it can be tricky. I mean, it's a challenge. You have to respect people's cultures and way of doing business. But yes, the game, I believe, also can play a role in bringing cultures in different countries together over the love of the game of basketball.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
His second personal
You
foul.
can't block it. Sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
At the line for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that brings him with an 8. Both free throws, good from Brunson.
Timeout for the Sixers.
Philadelphia calls time here. They lead by 7. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter.
Here come your Philadelphia 76ers ENT, everybody.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Tyrese Maxey.
Incredible. I mean, he found his rhythm out there tonight, and he's really let his offense come to him. He hasn't forced the issue, and because of this, it's allowed him to get into a comfort zone.
Oh, he's a crowd favorite. This building is never more alive than when he's at his best. And he was beyond at his best tonight. He had this place going crazy. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Doc Rivers as he talked with the team. He loves what he's seeing from their perimeter offense. He told the team, quote, "Keep shooting. It's working for us. Let's bring this home." Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Pass to Randall. Takes a 13-footer. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 5 here tonight. On the wing, Harden. Brunson defending. And Harden gets the double team. Down low. Here's Embiid. The Knicks with the rebound. Robinson's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Randall. Hey, Tucker with the defensive effort. Harris on the wing. Outside Harden. Inside. Here's Embiid. And he lays it up and in. And the 76ers lead by 9.
What concentration from the process. Embiid not phased at all by the buck.
The 3, Barrett. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. They held a 12-point lead earlier. inside Tucker. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
And it's a completely new group for the 76ers. Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're behind by 9. There's 38 seconds left to play in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
Not much time left. You think they have a chance to come back?
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's McBride. Count it.
Miles McBride.
Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs.
Out to the wing. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Korkmaz. And that one drops for him.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
He tries for 3. Off the mark. So this one belongs to the 76ers. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.